Hello, so welcome to this tour of my cottage in Sweden. Hey, let's go and have a look.
I fell in love almost as soon as I saw this cottage, not least of all because of this old-fashioned hand pump in the garden. The house isn't connected to mains water, so we rely on this pump to supply our water. There's no water pipes in the house, but we do have electricity. According to the local history society, this is the oldest house in our village. The inside of the cottage you see here is almost entirely as we saw it when we first visited. Practically everything you see came as part and parcel with the purchase of the cottage, the dining table and chairs and even the corner sofa, something I've always longed to have in a home. The previous owners were even kind enough to leave us a petrol mower to cut the grass. We've added our own personal touches like these candlesticks, beeswax candles and this traditional Swedish Dalahästhorse. The Swedes are well known for creating modern designer homes, but they also have a love of the traditional way of life, with many Swedes owning a small country cottage like this one. No home in Sweden is complete without a log fire. My son Martin christened our shiny new Swedish axe, chopping up logs to get this fire going. Swedes often bring nature inside to decorate the home, which is why you see green branches above the fire and these pine cones, which we collected from the trees at the end of the garden. This large room has windows on 3 sides, so there's always plenty of light. It doubles as a sitting room, dining room and bedroom, with some spare mattresses to accommodate visitors. I'm not sure why I've got quite so many teapots. Perhaps I think I'm going to have a lot of cups of tea in Sweden. The kitchen is small but perfect, and it's here where we cook. On the left there's a single ring induction hob which we bought from IKEA, and it's here that we cook all our meals. I love this stove. The Swedish call this a vedspis, which means wood stove. We're keen to use this for cooking, but although we've managed to get a fire going, it didn't stay lit when we closed the door, so we think that perhaps the flue is blocked. That'll be a project for our next visit. Now see if you can spot the sink. That's Martin's high-tech coffee-making setup, because Sweden isn't Sweden without freshly brewed coffee. Can you spot it yet? Yes, there it is. This bowl is where we do all our washing up. We fill a pan with water from the water pump outside, boil it to get rid of germs, add washing up liquid and hey presto. Being a traditional house, there's a larder where we store some food staples so we can whip up a meal if we arrive after a late flight. Now this might look like a bathroom, but it's actually more of a storage area. The only thing it does have in common with a bathroom is this vintage style bowl for washing your hands or cleaning your teeth. You'll notice we have candles and lanterns everywhere. This is the only bedroom in the cottage and has a lovely view out to the garden. It's perfect for waking up slowly on summer mornings, throwing open the windows to fill the room with cool, fresh air and listen to the sound of birdsong. When we arrived at the cottage, we saw that the moles had been having a field day in the garden. There must be at least 100 of these mounds. I'd been wondering how to get enough soil for a vegetable patch, and the moles had gone ahead and dug it up for me. So I picked up these collars at the local hardware store to create some beds for growing a few vegetables and salad greens. Here's the sauna, or as the Swedish say, sauna. On a very cold day in February, my son and granddaughter tried it out. Got very hot inside, then ran outside into the freezing cold air. Apparently it's very exhilarating. The only toilet for the cottage is outside and is not connected to mains drainage. Enough said. The cottage is set in about half an acre of grounds with views across open fields to the hills beyond and woodland behind it. Not really surprising since over half of Sweden is covered with forest. Hit that subscribe button below if you've enjoyed this video and would like to see future videos about our cottage in Sweden. Every self-respecting Swedish home has a flagpole. When we're at the cottage, we always fly the Swedish flag. It's our way of saying Sweden, you rock.